Now for the pro fight, the main event, Alex. We have headed to the cage now is Pat Crumpton coming into some Tool. I love it. Crumpton trains at Nashville MMA with pro fighters like Ronnie Lawrence, Zach Hicks, Charlie Alexander, just to name a few. He's 29 years old, just turned pro last December with a unanimous decision win, sitting at 1-0. Chris Beasley is his Muay Thai coach. Lance Patrick is his MMA coach. And Brian Tidwell is his Jiu-Jitsu coach. You can support Crumpton by following him on Instagram at MMAPatrick89.
And his opponent coming out to the B2 Digital Blue Corner, Kellen, VanCamp.
MMA and also indie boxing and grappling with Chris Lytle. His main training partner is, of course, his older brother, Cameron VanCamp. You can support Kellen by following him on Instagram at KVanChamp.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
The VanCamps are just legends already.
Introducing first the fighter to my left, fighting under the red corner. He weighed in at 155 pounds. He represents Nashville MMA, fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee, Pat Crumpton! And his opponent to my right, weighing in at 156 pounds and represents Team Hayden MMA, from Indianapolis, Indiana, Kellen!
No touch of the gloves here from these guys. Kellen immediately landed the good overhook left.
Crumpton shooting for a single leg.
Yeah, it's going to be hard pressed to finish that on Kellen VanCamp. Kellen slipping that good right uppercut under, but Crumpton's doing a good job of holding on the cage for the moment being. Crumpton was able to get his hands locked there on that double leg.
Keep moving to your left. Keep moving to your left. He's going to push heavy on the hips. Grounding. Yeah. Now moving to your left, Pat. If you want to walk the mount, you should have it right here. Push the knees down, walk. Got to free that head. Push the knees down and walk.
Crumpton's corner's calling for him to crawl up to the mount. Kellen's working on the neck here, though. He's being subtle about it, but he's got a grip there. You're going to have to address those hands first. And Kellen just letting the elbows go from the bottom.
Get your head free. You got to get your head free.
VanCamp with that good scarecrow-like position. And VanCamp with that reversal immediately.
Start working up, Pat. Use the cage. Use the cage. Start working back up.
VanCamp doing a good job of posting and
oh wow, both ways here, Alex.
Both
We've got to fight.
Yeah, both of these guys ripping good shots. Crumpton's left eye pretty swollen up already, but he's landed shots on VanCamp as well. Kellen just ripping those underhooks deep, slipping in that elbow. VanCamp got a little lackadaisical there on on his legs and let Crumpton lock his hands again. That's the second time we've seen that, but VanCamp's pretty comfortable here on the bottom.
Alex, how potent are those elbows VanCamp is throwing from the bottom?
They're awful. They hurt so bad, and the elbows are so bad they don't have to be big, huge shots. Small little elbows can do an amazing amount of damage.
VanCamp has a Kimura here that he's using to attempt to sweep. But Crumpton is maintaining the top position.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it feels good on Crumpton's shoulder, I would think.
VanCamp did a good job there of using his Kimura grip to sweep. You don't have to finish every submission attempt, but he did a great job there of using it for a purpose. And now this left elbow of VanCamp is just going to start to go crazy.
Stay tight, Pat.
And as we've talked so many times, Chris Lytle's told us the half guard on bottom is just terrible. It's terrible for amateur MMA, but it's the worst spot in the world for professional MMA.
There you go, Pat. Nice. Now put the hips forward.
Kellen just letting that elbow go, the short right elbow from the overhook.
Watch it. Get your hips in. Nice. Hands up. Hips in, Pat.
VanCamp doing a good job of circling off right. Good job of...
Nice.
And Crumpton's game, too. He's just throwing right back. Third time here for Crumpton, locking those hands on the double leg. VanCamp reaching for the standing switch.
Let's get it, Pat. Let's get this takedown.
Gotta walk the hips under.
Hey, hips underneath.
Yeah.
Third takedown here for Crumpton.
Get up to his head, Pat. Get up to his head,
Step
okay?
over. Step over right now. Step over, Pat. Walk the hips. Walk the hips. Walk the hips. Start walking your hips in.
Let's get your hands free, Pat. Let's get your hands free. Let's punish a little bit.
Crumpton doing a good job of isolating the knees here of VanCamp. VanCamp's just staying super active on bottom. VanCamp's on this neck here. Crumpton's going to start to try to pass to the left, but the cage is going to inhibit him from doing so.
You gotta climb the cage, do it.
Crumpton is moving into the side control position, chasing VanCamp.
Heavy left shoulder. Don't let him get
Yeah, now Crumpton's up on mount. Doing a good job of passing him out there for Crumpton.
Hands, Pat. Come on, Pat.
free your head, Pat. Grab his wrist.
Where's your hands at, Pat?
Use your right hand to grab his wrist and pull it down. And pressure down with your left shoulder, Pat. Pressure down with your left shoulder. Go back to the head, Pat. Go back to the head. Watch your arm, watch your arm. Grab your thigh again. Nice.
Crumpton on the back here of VanCamp. What a good active round from both of these guys, man. How are we scoring that round, Kelly?
Wow. What do you think?
I think so close.
That was a close round.
VanCamp, for the most part, dominated the feet. Crumpton had the 3 takedowns, but VanCamp ended up reversing 2 of the 3.
Okay.
As well as a couple submission attempts in there. You know, we saw earlier that one of these judges gave the Osterman-McGarr fight to Osterman. So if that tells you anything, you don't want these judges scoring your fight. You want to finish it in this cage.
Nice jab, Pat.
Crumpton coming out firing. Again, Crumpton on that takedown. Kellen VanCamp doing a good job of using his feet to elevate, but Crumpton was able to withstand it.
Move to your left, Pat. Move to your left.
Crumpton's going to try again to pass over to his left side, past the side control. VanCamp's on that neck
Stay tight to that cage.
with his left hand.
Take the left shoulder down.
Crumpton is doing everything he can to avoid being guillotined here, Alex.
VanCamp's on this neck here. I can't really see. He has one hand in there. Crumpton's doing a good job of defending, but this can get bad real quick.
Wow,
And he
Crumpton
fights
surviving.
And now VanCamp's sneaking in those elbows. Really short right elbow there that landed real quick.
Wow. VanCamp is connecting with the elbows a lot from the bottom tonight.
He's just a savage. He's going to score points everywhere he goes. And Crumpton will return in some elbows as well.
Grab the head and elbow. Let's go. Keep your hips high. Yeah, nice. Okay, postured up.
Posture up more, Pat. I don't like the way you're posturing down. Posture up.
Pass the hips now.
VanCamp reaching over for the Kimura sweep there. Right on time. And now this might be a bad spot for Crumpton. Head on the cage. Kellen VanCamp on mount. And VanCamp's just going to start going to town with these elbows here. He knows he's got all day left in this round.
He has a strong mount right now, Alex.
100%.
Boss, you gotta get out of there. Go, go, go. Watch your neck.
The corner of Crumpton telling him he's got to take some punishment to get out. VanCamp on that body triangle on the back. VanCamp's got left side wrist control, just going to town with the right hand. He's going to cook the rice here like we mentioned earlier. He's going to cook it, and he's going to try to slip that hand in there for the rear naked. That's what I'm thinking.
All your weight on that lock.
VanCamp appears to be trying to open up maybe a rear naked choke with peppering in these punches.
All your weight on that lock.
And Kellen's just
All the weight on the left.
dominating this position. He's got left side wrist control, body triangle. Crumpton's starting to come up, though. What a scrappy transition. And VanCamp's going to start climbing underneath here. He's got that arm bar isolated. If he can shave the face with his left foot, there we go. And Crumpton sees it. VanCamp transition to the triangle. Left the arm in there, but Crumpton's going to posture up. Oh, this is tight, though. And VanCamp's got the triangle, letting the elbows go. I'd be surprised if this triangle doesn't finish. What a savage Pat Crumpton is. Oh, and he's out. Oh, my God.
What grit from Crumpton, my goodness.
That was so tight.
Head down and elbow. Hey, let's see some elbows here, Pat.
The corner of Pat Crumpton calling for some elbows. Now that he has the top position. What a fight, Alex.
Full guard, Pat. You know what you're doing. Full guard.
Crumpton doing anything and everything to stay on top right now, as he should.
Set something up.
Push the head down and elbow, Pat. You got elbows right there. Short elbows all day. All day, elbows.
Crumpton's corner calling for short elbows. The right elbow's there. VanCamp doing a good job of sliding underneath, moving his hips.
Position. Give me the crucifix here. Crucifix. Slide that. Push the wrist down and slide the arm to the leg.
Get wrist control. Put it over. Let's get a full mount to finish the fight. Let's get a full mount to finish this round.
What another close round.
What do you think, Alex? Headed to the third and final round.
Anybody's fight. Either round could have gone either way. Spitting in the wind trying to judge this.
At a certain point in that second round, it looked to me like VanCamp was going to close things out. He had a triangle. He was working on a real good arm bar. And Crumpton just showed absolute grit.
100%. And I'm bad about this. We always say 100% grit. I don't want to downplay the technique of Crumpton as well. I mean, great technique.
Clearly, he needed to know the technical way to get out of that arm bar in order to make it happen. But what I saw was a horrible position turned into a sweep.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hands up, Pat. Hands up.
Good. Inside leg kick from Crumpton.
Kind of killed his range there, though, and just allowed VanCamp to get those double unders.
Hey, look for the turn here. Get the underhook and look for the turn.
We'll see if VanCamp doesn't post off and start throwing here.
Go, Pat. Nice.
Short left landed on VanCamp.
Give it back. Straight.
Go high with it. Go high with it.
4. Let's go forward. Keep that right up, Pat.
That inside leg kick is landing for Pat Crumpton. Level change there from Pat Crumpton.
Head in the center. Put your head in the center. Watch the elbow come.
VanCamp doing a good job of posting with the left hand, creating a frame.
Open. I need you to kick your
Elbow potential right there.
Block the shin.
But Crumpton doing a good job of pummeling inside control.
Nice as guard. I don't like the way his legs are moving.
Heavy on the hips.
Hey, Pat.
Pat, kick the left leg straight and block that hook.
Pat, he's going for Kimura. Switch your head to the other side.
Yeah, now do exactly what I just said. Yeah.
VanCamp moving his hips here, trying to reach over for that Kimura grip. Looks like Crumpton's prepared for it this time. But now Kellen VanCamp switches to the switch.
Go to the back. Turn, Pat.
He's going to sit out here. Great hips there from VanCamp. He needs to bring his left hand up and cross face or elbow, as he does there. Sneaks in an elbow there, taking the back. If Crumpton starts standing up, we're going to see VanCamp thread in.
We got to get an elbow all the way through.
Go back.
Yeah, get your right elbow all the way through, Pat.
Pat, we got to spin back facing him. Face him, Pat.
Got to get an elbow through, Pat. Now, right elbow.
VanCamp just sucking into the backs, doing a great job of being sticky here.
Hey, take your right elbow through, all the way through. Turn in.
The corner of Crumpton calling for him to turn into his right. Good job there. VanCamp snuck the knee in, but he kind of gave up his good position there to do it.
Let's get that. Let's get the fight. Let's go for a takedown, Pat. Hips.
Good overhook rip there by VanCamp to put Crumpton on the cage.
What are you thinking, Alex? Which way is this going to go?
I would never even try to guess. Both of these dudes are laying it all out there, and they're both so impressive. VanCamp did a good job there of timing the level change of Crumpton. But Crumpton just sticking to the game plan.
Now, we don't know how much a slam like that obviously gets the crowd excited. How much does that play into the mind of the judges?
Couldn't tell you. Some a lot, some a little. There's no criteria. Crumpton doing a good job of maintaining the body lock, but it allows VanCamp to turn.
VanCamp is connecting.
But these guys are dogs, man.
Wow.
This is insane. VanCamp just shrugging Crumpton right off.
Straight punch.
VanCamp keeps trying that uppercut. If he connects with that, that could be trouble for Crumpton.
What heart. But he's kind of just barely overextending himself a little bit on these punches, allowing Crumpton a level change.
Come on, give me another one.
VanCamp doing a good job of threading that right arm in and ripping him up.
Give me another takedown, Pat.
But this is killing the striking of Kellen VanCamp.
I need your head.
Shoot that arm under. Watch your Kimura.
VanCamp going to work on these elbows. Crumpton just being ornery on this single leg.
Grab the ankle.
But VanCamp's using that Kimura grip to fight off.
Walk the hips in. Hips in, Pat.
Hips in, Pat. Hips in. Hips in, Pat. Hips in, Pat. Listen to me. Hips in. Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Keep climbing. Get your head free. Get your head free, Pat.
What a fight, Alex.
Up, Pat. Start climbing.
Yeah, these guys are amazing. VanCamp's going for like a three-quarter Nelson from the bottom.
Stay on top, Pat.
That was a crazy fight. What do you think, Kelly?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're going to give it to Crumpton.
Crumpton had the top position more often than VanCamp did.
Yeah, I think the takedowns were, I think probably 8-0.
Wow. These two fighters are tough.
Yeah.
See both very animated in the moments leading up to the reading of the judges' scorecards.
They could both go 3 more rounds if they had to.
VanCamp was connecting with a lot of those elbows from all sorts of different angles. What did we see from Crumpton? A lot of level changes and wrestling.
Level change, lock the hands, dump. Time and time and time again. You're going to be waiting on this score for a minute. What a fight, man.
In the meantime, we'll say Pat Crumpton told me he started karate with his brother when he was teenagers, fell out of it for a few years until he started doing MMA. He was 12-4 as an amateur, held titles at lightweight and featherweight. His brother is an amateur fighter, is 6-3.
I would never want to score this fight. You have to give credence to the takedowns of Crumpton, but VanCamp dominated for the most part on the feet, and a lot of times from the bottom as well.
With damage, with those elbows from the bottom.
Elbows from the bottom, submissions from the bottom.
Look at Crumpton's eye.
It's dotted up.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge 1 scores it 29-28, blue. Judge number 2 scores it 29-28, red.
Wow, split decision.
And judge number 3 scores it 30-27
All
for
3.
the winner by split decision, fighting out of the blue corner.
Oh, wow. Nice.
VanCamp.
Wow.
I can agree with that.
Great show of sportsmanship there from Crumpton.
August 17th.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. What a great card.
August 17th in Shepherdsville.
Thanks to everyone for tuning
We're
in.
hoping to get Jesse Romans versus Derek Overstreet rematch. It looks like it's going to happen. So visit HRMMA.com. Go back and check out the HRMMA merchandise, and we'll see you guys in Shepherdsville.